What up, people? Welcome back to Lil Rat TV. I'm about to react to a video, a banger by Cosmic Verse. So, hey, let's get into it. It's a video about, feminism being a scam and, women hitting the wall. So let's get into it.
I 100% believe I will probably never be in a real relationship again.
Being a girl boss is so exhausting and not rewarding. The way I just...
In today's polarized world, is feminism dead?
Modern day feminism is meant to literally break and destroy us.
Modern day feminism is already breaking and destroying, and many are falling for it.
Strong, confident men date feminists.
I'm going to say something really controversial now. Feminism has done mothers zero favors.
I know I do think that's a big problem with guys these days, is they aren't confident enough to approach women.
Seems to be doing more harm than good. Feminism isn't for equality at all.
Hey, listen, man. I've said it on my channels many times. Feminism has literally, it's literally a scam, and it has done. Yes, it gave women, the right to vote, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, not necessarily the right to vote, but they gave them more freedom, to get a bank account, to be able to work, do all this stuff, to be equal to a man. But what feminism has become today is absolutely not what the people who, started it expected it to be. And quite frankly, women are suffering, and from it, it's done more harm than good.
Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it further supports us in our work.
Yeah, go subscribe to Cosmic Verse right now. I'm already subscribed to him. Also, please subscribe to my channel, and, I'll keep the uploads coming. I'm trying to do them more frequently, but yeah. With that being said, let's hop straight back into the video. And don't forget to turn on the post notification and like and comment on the video.
Thank you.
You may not agree with me, and that's fine, but I don't think that sex work is something that empowers women.
Because it doesn't, and that is absolutely...
Get ready with me to sit at the bar alone in hopes of meeting a man naturally instead of on a dating app.
To all the young girls and even ladies out there that don't buy into this whole modern feminist movement, that men are the enemy, that marriage is bondage, that children are a burden.
Oh my gosh, I'm so lonely in 2025. Like, all my friends have a boyfriend and I want a boyfriend.
Like, women can literally do anything, but we just let a man do it for us.
Men. I think you have turned this woman completely the fuck off. Yeah. Like, I genuinely, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I fucking wish that I would have found my man fucking 10, 15 years ago. Because this is horseshit. I'm gonna stay all the way fucking single until I find a worthy one. And this carnal treasure, lock the fuck up, okay? Yeah.
Well,
I mean, to be honest, you can keep it locked up, to be honest, because, this is what modern, this is the thing that modern feminism pushes. You know what I mean? This is what modern women are doing at a, I would say probably like a 50-60% clip now, is they're, focusing on their careers. You see, she said she wished she would have found her man 10-15 years ago. And that's what happens to ladies that are over 30 years old. They regret doing what they did, which is focusing on the career and, listening to feminism and what it pushes. That's the truth, man. And, listen, man, men have been saying it for a while, but women didn't believe us. Now, this is what's happening.
Feminism makes dating extremely hard. It is increasingly difficult to flirt with women nowadays. There's a large chance that you, as a man, will be #MeToo'd for simply pursuing a woman. I mean, the worst thing that could ever happen to dating is a woman interpreting a man pursuing her and thinking that she's beautiful as harassment.
I agree.
Hey, listen, man. That's what's happening nowadays. That she explained it perfectly. You'll go up to a girl, compliment her, think she's beautiful, whatever, and she'll call, harassment. 1, 2, 3, and you'll get me too. And for all the women out there asking the question, why have men stopped coming up to us? Why have men stopped approaching us? There's your answer. You guys asked to be left alone. Now guys are complying with those orders or those requests, and now you men are complaining about that. Can't make women happy, bro.
The next man who tells me that they're just not in a spot to date and can't give me what I want, but then give the next girl a couple months later exactly what I was asking for, is gonna get their house burnt down. Just tell me you don't like me. Be fucking honest.
Was it? Yeah, but see, the thing is, girls don't tell guys that they're not honest with guys. Girls always play the game and they give you a little bit and then take it back so you can hope for more and want more. And guys are just doing the same thing, so it's cool when y'all do it, but it's not when we do it, right? Hey, listen, man, you can't make this stuff up, bro.
Was there any other areas of feminism where you think it's having a negative impact?
Yes, I think it has ruined the family, the structure of the family, because the feminists are telling you you're more than just a mom. You can do more. You have more to bring to the table, as if mothering wasn't a big enough job. Being a mom, being a parent.
Odin Valhalla Rising, now available on mobile
bro.
PC, exclusively with Google Play Game.
Is a full-time job. The feminist movement, women were saying you're more than that. Just put your kids in daycare. Let the government raise your kids. Let somebody else do it. And you go, and because it's about you and you can have it all. And you can be a mom and you can have a full-time career and you can be completely satisfied and you can be married and you're still going to have energy. No, you cannot have it all at the same time. Maybe in a lifetime, but not all at the same time. You're going to have to make some sacrifices if you're going to raise a good, healthy family with good kids.
The women.
And, she hit the nail on the head. Feminism has absolutely destroyed the family structure, absolutely shattered it, where, people, being a single mother nowadays is normal. Divorcing your husband after, a couple of years or however many years into marriage is normal. Like that's a normal thing nowadays. You know what I mean? So she hit the nail on the head. Feminism has absolutely just demolished the family, and it continues to do so. Because they tell what feminism does, especially the radical modern feminism. It tells women that you can have it all. You can have a career, you can come home, raise your kids, and still obey and deal with your husband. You can't have it all. She said it perfectly. You have to make sacrifices, and that's something that modern women are not willing to do nowadays, is make a sacrifice. That's such a truth.
Why is a confident woman so scary to these men? Like, okay, you don't like me. There's no reason to talk shit about a bad bitch because she wants to bad bitch on.
I know I do think.
What? What is she talking about, man? These so-called bad bitches, right? Insufferable. That's why guys don't talk to y'all, because you guys are insufferable. You think you're more than what you are. That's the problem. So until y'all fix that problem, y'all are gonna be perpetually single for the rest of y'all lives. It's that simple. Men have realized that they don't have to deal with the bullshit no more. They can just go on to the next. If you don't meet, because that's what women have been doing for a while now. If you don't meet my standards, then I'm gonna move on. And what guys used to do is they used to simp. A couple of guys still do that nowadays. They still simp and chase after a girl. But what guys have been realizing now is that if she's not, if you see a red flag, move on. And that's what guys have been doing nowadays, and which is why they're not dealing with these so quote unquote bad bitches.
I think that's a big problem with guys these days, is they aren't confident enough to approach women. It's the women's fault that guys don't approach.
Exactly.
You've got these feminists that want to be equal. They don't want to be approached. They want to be the man. They want to be on top. So now guys don't feel like they can approach women because a lot of women get offended. Catcalling. I would love to be catcalled. Sorry, I would like to walk down the street and someone whistle at me. That makes me feel really good about myself. Anti.
Yeah, bro. Feminism ruined everything. The feminists ruined everything, bro. Guys don't go up to girls anymore. It's not that they're not confident. It's because they already know what your reaction is going to be. So, if you already know what the reaction is going to be, why would you go up to them? You know what I mean? So it's like guys can now, based off of what the behaviors of modern women have been recently, they just choose and pick their battles. You know what I'm saying? Am I, willing to, I'd rather shoot that girl a DM and get rejected. If she doesn't reply, at least I know if she doesn't reply to my DM, then I'm getting rejected silently. But if I go up to her in person, it's a problem.
Do you feel like men approach women more or less now?
They approach women less now because women look more fierce. They wear more war paint, and because the men are scared. Because nowadays it takes a couple of rare things to happen for all men to be labelled. So now you don't even know whether to approach a woman or not, because you don't know whether she's going to say that you're harassing her, leave her alone. And sometimes you might even just want, a man might just want to say, excuse me, love, do you know the time? No!
If you think about it, the amount of effort we put in to get a woman, it's actually not even worth it anymore. We are not scared. We are just beat down and made to feel less because we are not up to high standards to be that 3%. It's just not worth the drama. We want to. But as lonely as it might be, it's peaceful.
Hey, listen, man, it's way more, it makes more sense to just not approach them because you won't get Me Too'd. Like, bro, the Me Too movement is absolutely insane now. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, women accept behaviors from people that they like. They make rules for people, they make rules for people that they don't like, and they break those rules for people that they like. So if you go up to a girl and she does not think you're attractive, she might try to pull like, oh, he's harassing me card. You know what I'm saying? She might try to make a scene. But if it's if it's her type, she'll break that rule and let him do whatever he wants. So that's why this whole believe all women thing is kind of like, you can't really believe all women. And it kind of makes the good suffer for the bad, because there's women out there who actually get harassed, and those are the women who actually suffer because not everybody believes women anymore because of these feminists.
A woman called me. She said, I'm 50 years old. I have 3 degrees. I'm a very successful entrepreneur, CEO. And I want you to know, Dennis, I deeply regret that I followed the feminist advice at college. Because when I come home after a successful day at work to an empty home,
exactly,
no husband, no children, no family, it's not good.
Women. Listen, man, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Women derive their pleasures from having a family and kids. Women like to be around people. There's a reason why men hold all the infrastructure jobs, because men like to deal with things. Men like to be successful. We get a certain drive from, yes, I did that. Women don't get the same drive from that. They get that drive from raising a family and being around people that love them, and especially people who come from them. And this is what the feminists will never tell you, but it's a scam. A lot of these women are walking around with 2 degrees, sometimes even 3 degrees in that case, right? And no man, they've ostracized every single man out of their life chasing that degree. And once they get to the top, they're like, oh, who do I have to share all my success with? Nobody. You're coming home to an empty home, no family. All you have are dogs and cats. And that's the lie that feminism has sold to these women, man.
Really saw their husbands come back from 12 hours of work, miserable and tired, and thought, gee, I want to do that too. So would you...
Facts, bro. Just imagine how much propaganda it took for literally a woman to say to herself, right? I see how hard men work, how miserable their days are sometimes trying to make $1 when times are hard. And they said, damn, I want to be in that position too. I want to go to work for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, sometimes even 14 hours a day and get stressed out when they didn't even have to. But it's already too late because the economy has already changed, and the household in America, you definitely need 2 incomes. If you're not making over 200K a year, or depending on where you live, 200K a year might not even be enough. If you're not making a certain amount of money, you need more than 1 income in the household. And this is what feminism has done, bro. You can't make this stuff up.
You advise men to date younger women with less trauma and baggage then?
Oh my God. Oh God. No, they gotta deal with the women that they've traumatized. Date your age.
Younger women do not have less baggage and trauma or anything else.
Yes, they do.
Younger women don't have a lot of life experience, obviously, because they're younger. And having been, you know what, I can talk shit about 20-year-old girls because I've been a 20-year-old girl. And if you are on the same emotional plane as a 20-year-old girl, that says a lot about you if that's who you are dating. And I don't suggest it.
Hey, listen, man, I'm going to say this right now. All these girls talking about, oh, if you're dating a girl in her early 20s or you're dating a younger girl, bro, they're just jealous. Because guess what? They understand. And this is the thing that women deep down in their minds, they understand that the older they get, the more they lose value. But they won't tell the younger girls that. They'll tell the younger girls, oh, get some life experience, which is woman needs for go be a 304, go travel, go do all this stuff and focus on everything else but finding a man in the family. Well, and if you notice, it's always the older girls who are like, "Oh, yeah, live out your 20s. You got to do all this stuff." No, you don't, because you can actually share those. You can actually find a man that you can share those memories with and build a family. That's way better than going through your 20s alone and struggling and fighting to get this career just to get to 30 years old. And you have nobody to share it with. Literally, that's what's happening.
The older you are, the more jaded you are, basically.
Pretty much, because you've been through it all, and then
exactly.
Every time you go through a breakup and go through that, you get bitter and bitter. Your guards are up all the way.
And guys don't want to deal with that. Guys, quite frankly, do not want to deal with that. Let's just call a spade a spade. A woman that's older comes with more baggage, and guys who are in a certain position in their life and have, clawed tooth and nail to get to a certain point in their life, they don't want to come home to a challenge. I've seen a lot of modern women. They're like, oh, you're scared of a challenge. Why would I want to go to work for 10 hours a day, bust my ass, make all this money, right? Why would I want to do that and come home to a challenge? Somebody who's gonna, defy my authority and not listen to what I say and not conform to the what's the name of it? To the rules of a relationship. Why would any guy think about it? Why would any guy do that? It's a bad deal. So that's why men go for younger women, because they're not set in their ways as a 30-plus-year-old woman would be. It's that simple.
How she said men have surface level attraction.
I really hate these modern day feminists who try to sit up here and tell me that I'm oppressed because I'm a stay-at-home mom. But the solution to this oppression is for me to just go to work and pay insane amounts of money so that I could outsource the work that I was already doing for my own kids. Me personally, I'll just never see me taking care of the family that I done sat up here and had as a bad thing.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I...
It's honestly a privilege, and if my man were to sit up here and tell me that he feels oppressed for having to financially provide for his family, I would look at him so crazy for that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You see, the feminists are the ones shaming these traditional women who want to be stay-at-home moms. And that is one of the major problems with modern feminism, is because if you are, and I've seen this many times, if you are a woman that wants to be a stay-at-home mom, the feminists will look at you like you're crazy. Oh, is being a mom all you want to do? You're so much more than being a mother. You're so much more than being a stay-at-home wife. No, that's what she wants to do. Isn't that what feminism is about? The choice to choose whether you want to be in the career field or you want to be a stay-at-home mom. So why is it that as soon as these girls want to be stay-at-home moms, it's a problem now? I thought it was a choice. And this is where the contradiction comes into place with modern feminism. You say you want a choice, which you have, and then when other people take the other route and do the latter and do the unpopular thing, because it's crazy. Just imagine how much propaganda it took for people to believe that being at home and being a stay-at-home mom is actually being oppressed. And she said it perfectly. The way how the feminists fix this problem, fix this oppression of being a stay-at-home mom, is for her to go to work, to make money, just to only go ahead and spend that same money outsourcing her job to somebody else. The whole time her kids getting brainwashed, because you can't trust people nowadays. So her kids getting brainwashed by somebody else, spending less time with the most important person in the primal years of a kid. And quite frankly, she's not spending enough time with the kid. So, that's just insane to me.
so happy that women are starting to finally break out of the matrix and realize modern day feminism is meant to literally break and destroy us. The reason we are all so f***ed up and unhappy is because we are going against nature, and nature will always prevail and will always win. But that is like true. It's like so funny that it took this long for these things to start to become mainstream ideas. No one, you don't need to be a girl boss. That shit's disgusting and embarrassing. Cut it out.
And I'm glad she said that. You know what I mean? Because it's become such the norm now where like, oh, if you're a girl, like you have to go get a career. Like you're talking about getting a man in your early 20s. Nah, what are you talking about? Crazy. People look at you, girls look at you crazy for that. And it's insane. And she said it perfectly. Women are starting to wake up and realize that, you know, and this is something that has been happening in America. I don't know. This is a great awakening. There's been a lot of things that has been going on where people are actually waking up and understanding that they've been told a lie. And feminism is one of the biggest lies. I've said it many times. Feminism is one of the biggest lies that has ever been told to women. Because now they're stuck in a system where they have to go to work. They have to do a million things while taking care of their children and dealing with their husband's needs. Bro, that's an L. You're going to lose every single time. And that's why the divorce rates are up so. They're through the roof. And it's time that women break out of this matrix. As she described it perfectly. It's a matrix that the feminism is meant to break. It literally goes against your nature. It literally goes against your nature. That's not what, quite frankly, you were put on earth to do. Women are built different than men. Men can go out and work hours and hours and hours on end. Women are just not built like that. Why do you think, you know, women are, you know, they take more leave than men at work? They take more vacations than men at work. They're less likely to be happy because you're not meant to be working all the time. You're meant to be raising a family. That literally everything that has to do with feminism and what modern day feminism pushes is literally antithetical to what women's nature is. Literally. And it's crazy to me that these modern feminists can't see that. But let me know what y'all think about this video from Cosmic Verse. I only got 12 minutes in. I'm probably going to make another video to continue on from here. But hey, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to link this video down below in the description. So go check it out and go subscribe to him as well. But hey, man, take care and peace.